Fight Cancer as part of the annual 24-hour Hockey-thon. The team will wear purple jerseys to benefit Relay for Life, and 5 will be given away. Sean Benedem and Chris Kushnerek join other Condors alumni at 5. Game starts at 7.
Welcome back inside the Dignity Health Studios here at the Bakersfield, California. And Ryan Holt, Kevin Bartle, thanks for spending your lunch with us. Bart has already housed at least 3 slices of pizza.
That's not true. I am a slice and a half in, though.
Yeah.
Thank you to Mountain Mike's.
In your pizza update, Mountain Mike's will bring that one on later on in the show. Well, Chris will bring it on now. Why not? Nope, he's not going to bring it on. All right. Well, thanks for taking your lunch and spending it with us. As you can see, Troy Mann and I got dressed
You know what happened?
appropriately today.
That's pretty good, guys.
He came downstairs, seen that I had mine, so he ran upstairs and changed his shirt to make sure he looked like me today.
Well, he knows that way he can't get mocked.
I can't
right.
get mocked.
That's right.
I can't get mocked. He will say that my B is probably a little wrinkled.
It's
not pressed as well as his
You've
is.
not taken good care of it.
Yeah.
Well, no, I dry mine. He
Details.
probably sends his out to the dry cleaner.
Details. No, my wife irons it for me, but that's details.
I don't
Details
have a
right
wife.
there.
That's the problem.
Well, you got a girlfriend. Same thing.
Close.
Well, here's my trick for all you bachelors out there, by the way, who don't like to iron. When you have a polo like that and it comes out of the washer, lay it on a flat surface like a kitchen table and put some heavy books on top of it.
Yeah.
It will prevent
He was a bachelor
it
at
will
one point.
prevent your embroidered logo from curling on you.
That's a really
We
good
curled
scoop
up.
for you.
We curled up.
I iron.
You're scooping scoops
You
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scoops.
That's
Scoops.
perfect.
Yeah. Who said this show is all about hockey and
No,
pizza?
it's life. It's a show about life.
That's
I feel
right.
like I've grown a lot here over the last couple of months, and you two have been a big part of that.
Great.
You're welcome.
Let's get some
There you
hockey
go.
talk.
Let's get some hockey talk, Coach. We broke it in Holtey's headlines at the top of the hour. We thought we were breaking that Joel Broda was being assigned or loaned to the Bridgeport Sound Tigers. Then the news comes down. Trade's been made between the 2 affiliates, Bridgeport, Oklahoma City. Nicholas Tremblay heads to Stockton. And in return, you get Greg Miller, who has done some damage against the Condors this season. And it must be nice to know that if you're going to have Broda go up for an extended period of time here, well, you're going to get Miller in return, and that's a pretty good trade-off.
Yeah, I mean, the one positive thing when you have our Edmonton Oilers owning the team, I mean, there's a vested interest in making sure that, we're going to be competitive and being able to still contribute offensively from when you lose a guy like Joel Broda. So it's just, I don't know if it's a coincidence that both things happen at the same time, but, Miller's had a great first year and under an AHL deal, and hopefully it's good for him that he comes in here and has an NHL team looking at him, and maybe he gets a recall. And from the other end, Troms, who's injured right now, but is only a couple weeks away. It's been a tough year for him, and we wish him well. He's actually playing his best hockey here of late before the injury, so probably a good trade overall for both guys, especially from our perspective, with Miller's numbers almost identical to Broda's.
And what do you know about this Miller character? I mean, if you have a chance to talk to him here this morning, obviously he's a young guy. I would imagine that, Edmonton and Oak City maybe have their eye on him here in the near future as well. He's obviously on an AHL deal, and he's had some time up there already. We know he can get some points, but what can we expect out of him?
Well, I hear he's kind of my type of player in terms of playing a north-south kind of game and a hard-working type of player that, he's got some skill, obviously, with his points totals, but plays, the type of game that I like to coach. And so that's good to know. I mean, I personally haven't chatted with him yet. That's on the agenda this afternoon to kind of get a feel from him in terms of, he's a left shot. Does he feel more comfortable on the offside? Does he prefer playing the left wing? And so we'll get into some details and get him here tonight so he can have 2 good practices before playing Vegas on Saturday. And we'll just go from there. I think truly you don't know the type of player you're getting until you get him inside your room, and not only from a character standpoint, but from on the ice. And, him and the Clark kid have done some major damage offensively against us over the course of the year. And, I'm just glad that we're able to, Tremblay was going to be out for the next couple of weeks anyway. So with Broda going up, we just kind of slide him into that spot there in terms of offensive output.
Talking about Broda going up, how much confidence can the team that's left behind get off of knowing well, hey, we just went on a 5-game winning streak, and Joel Broda wasn't a part of that. Now, it's always nice to have Broda in the lineup, but 6-2 over the last 8 games without Broda getting a point, really. So, confident locker room down there, no matter what happens, even if Broda is up in the American Hockey League.
Yeah, I mean, our team has certainly changed personnel-wise and mentally from the start. And, we didn't win a hockey game until Broda got sent down in Oak City, over a 3.5-week period. So when he went down with the injury, alarm bells go off in my head's going, hey, geez, are we what's going to happen now? But, we played a great team game. And, I think hockey is one of those sports where, as we seen with Finland this morning, you can be missing a number of key players. If you stick to your structure and you play a great team game, you can win every hockey game. And we did a great job when Broda was gone. And no disrespect to Joel, but since his return from injury, he hasn't been the Joel Broda prior to the injury as well. So hopefully he can find his game up in Bridgeport. And the good thing is, from our organization standpoint, is teams are always looking. Players are always, scouts are always talking to coaches. And I thought that Joel is the best player in the conference. We've had a number of calls on him, and he thought, in his defense, he hasn't taken any call-ups because he wants it to be a long-term thing. He just doesn't want to go up, sit on the fourth line, or play a weekend. And Bridgeport has promised him a long look and given him a real shot. And we wish him the best. And the good news from our perspective, they're 11 points out of the playoffs. So at some point, we will see Joel Broda back in uniform.
That's why I said, don't panic, Condors Town. Don't say your goodbyes yet. Just say, hey, we'll see you later, Broads. Come on back.
Broda is, without a doubt, he's at least one of the top players, in the conference. Got to be mentioned in that same conversation of top players in the conference, LB. And he was LB against his old team, too, on Monday. And maybe a good segue, but, talk about your decision to go back with him after pulling him on Saturday in Idaho and how he responded against a team that I imagine he wanted to play against.
Well, Monday was always going to be his start. The decision from my perspective was for the Saturday game. I've had a plan going in. I have a 4-week plan in advance in terms of the goaltenders. If you look at our schedule, and going into last week, Saturdays was Pickard's start. And, after the game Friday, losing 4-3, really wanted to get the Saturday game. I spoke with LB after the game Friday and Saturday morning and changed my mind and went with LB. And, I'm not going to he was fine. We didn't play as much as we had the puck that night. There were some odd man rushes that he probably had no chance on. So would I change my mind and go back and say, would I go with Pickard on that Saturday? Maybe, but the Monday game was always going to be his game. And I just kind of had a slight change of plans in terms of, in my mind, going forward, over the next 4 or 5 weeks with our schedule.
Before we break down the highlights, we have one picture, I think, from Monday's game. I think if we can pull it up here on the big screen. But obviously, Wes Cunningham is a very good defenseman, a very physical defenseman. And there's a lot going on here. And what happened? The picture.
Whoa,
we lost the picture.
Whoa, hey.
We lost the picture.
Is this on?
There you go. We're back. All right.
This is one of my favorite pictures in Condors Town history, I think. Look at Leach.
First off, start to the left.
All right,
Rusty's not even paying attention. He's just breaking down a joke, I think, with some fans. We got Leacher. I don't know what to call that.
He's
face.
horrified.
He's
horrified.
in pain. Bergie's like, please, I don't need more stitches on my face.
Usually looks like he's scared to get hit there.
Yeah,
as well.
you're right. Hughesy's full on turtling.
For sure.
Marciano not doing bad. He's all right. I'm hanging in there. Bennett, he's got his eyes closed. Cunningham's in the middle of the hip check. All right, now you look at Murph, and Murph, that kind of looks like a face of, oh, that hurts.
He's pretty relaxed.
Yeah,
he's pretty relaxed.
Now, Coach.
Yeah.
What is that called?
All I can see is a great-looking pocket square there, so that's all I see.
It's freshly ironed.
Yeah, fleshy iron pocket square, and I'm probably thinking, well, no wonder I'm yelling at Murph all the time. Wake up down there, Murph, because he looks like he's in a fog, as usual, So that's what I see there. I see a great-looking pocket square, and I got to wake my assistant coach up.
Yeah.
So
Sharply dressed Condors coaching staff, mind you.
Yeah,
by
very
the way.
good.
well, Murph's tie's a little wide. He's still in the styles from 10 years ago.
Well, he's wearing
but,
Aces colors.
But yeah,
By the
yeah,
way.
tough.
but
That's
he's got the 4-inch wide ties. I mean, he needs to kind of maybe revamp those in the summer if we can somehow get him a raise. But we'll see how that goes.
Can we get Murph a raise so he can dress better, apparently?
No, just he's got to get with the times. He's got to get the.
Skinny tie.
In all seriousness, number 3 was throwing his weight around.
He was
on Monday.
excellent. We give out the good, bad, and the ugly, as everybody knows, post game, and he was the guy that certainly got the bad. He threw a number of great hits. And by the way, a guy that got off to a very slow start here in Condors Town has been excellent over this last couple of months, and it's great to see because you need your veteran guys to be those go-to guys for you.
You talk about the veteran guys, Bergdorf or Cunningham showing the way offensively here over the last couple of games.
Well,
and Bergdorf with the 2 goals, we can roll those highlights.
And I said to Murph as well, we just talked the other day about our team in general, and you always don't want to brag your team up too much, but I've felt that Bergdorfer is the best D in the conference. I do like the Newton kid. I think he's very, very good as well. He's up in Bridgeport now. And we got the best goalie and we had the best forward. So you need the parts to surround those guys, but it's making of a good team.
We don't necessarily have to break it down. We just wanted to enjoy watching some Condors.
Bergie with
whooping
the
of
save
Alaska Aces.
before Bergie scored those 2 goals. He stops it from being 1-0 by sweeping that one off the goal line.
Yeah, a little bit of rebound control there from LB that probably wish he didn't get through him there, but he was excellent, especially in the second period. There was a flurry where he made 3 or 4 big saves. But we kept them to, our goal is always to keep teams to under 15 grade A scoring chances. We had them at 13. So we did a great job of, that was another excellent save there, second period. And they can fly. They got great skill. I've said it all along. I think they got the best team on paper, and we all know what goes on in Alaska. So it's just normal for them to be good. But another great play there. That's perimeter. We don't count that as a score.
We all do know what goes on.
We all do know what goes on. But we talk often about not letting the losses mount up here, and you got the feeling the Friday, Saturday loss in Idaho. Now we fly on Sunday. There could have been excuses for that Monday afternoon game, but I thought one of the better games the Condors have played here over the last month and really deserving of that 3-0 win.
Yeah, it was a trap game in my opinion for both teams. They had a 3-3 and traveled in, but they got into Bakersfield at 6 or 7 o'clock that night. But we had to fly, and we came off 8 games in 14 nights. So it was a very well played hockey game considering the schedule, and I thought we did a great job and truly deserved the 2 points. And hats off to the guys. Friday's night's game in Boise could have went either way. Saturdays I was not happy. And the special teams has been a strength here the last couple of months, but that special teams let us down in that game. We were by far the better team 5-on-5. We had the puck most of the night. I mean, when you got a stay-at-home defenseman like Joey Leach telling me, I've never spent so much time in ozone play all year, Coach. It tells you had the puck a lot, and unfortunately, the PPPK were not as sharp, and we didn't get the win there, but we responded, and that's the best thing about it.
Chris is saying break, so I'm assuming Matt Thurber's here. Well, is Matt Thurber here? Matt Thurber's here.
We probably should extend the. We got to start thinking about next year, maybe extending the coaches segment.
You want 2 segments?
Well, it's just 10 minutes is not enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to just take the mic and kick me off the show?
Yeah, he didn't get to talk very much today.
I'll just supervise and eat pizza.
That's fine. You're Ed McMahon.
Yeah. You sewered me live on television by throwing the camera over to me while I'm eating pizza.
Come on, that was funny. Come on, that was funny.
It was a little bit.
Come on, that was funny. We had Rick Carrier, Senior Player Development Director from the Edmonton Oilers down in Bakersfield this week, working with the guys, getting to meet a lot of the guys, getting to see the facilities. It kind of seems like each week someone new from Edmonton popping in, saying hello, and getting to meet their staff.
Bill Scott was in. Rick's been in now 2 or 3 times and is leaving today. And we got Sly, the goalie coach, coming in again he's going to meet us in Vegas on Tuesday. So, yeah, there's a lot of activity, which is great for the players. I got Rick to meet with a couple guys, like, for example, Bowman, who's under contract with Worcester, but really we have his rights because he was a trade. And he's a young defenseman, only a second-year pro. I think he's got a tremendous upside. So I got Rick and him to sit down this morning just to let him know what the plans are as an organization. And it gives these guys some something to shoot for, knowing that not only the NHL team owns you, but people are watching, and I think it's a great recruiting tool.
Before we let you go, Coach, you mentioned Bowman. I think he was a good pickup for this team here on the blue line. He's chipped in with a lot of points as well. But another D-man you picked up a couple months ago, we haven't seen him yet, is Travis Garlett's close to coming back.
Yeah, he skated today for the first time with the team in a practice setting, so that's great news. I mean, unfortunately, for him to break his hand that first practice with us, but he's going to be like a trade line, a veteran D-man added at the trade deadline, and I'm sure he'd like to play Saturday at home, but we're not going to push him. We want to make sure that hand's right. I'm more shooting for the Colorado home game, so I will give him 2 full weeks of practice here with the team. But he's going to be a great character guy. We've seen him in the American League. He's going to be a great addition for us down the stretch.
All right, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
2 points against Las Vegas, and actually 2 points against Las Vegas on Tuesday, and then we'll see you right back here next
Indeed.
Wednesday.
Yeah, we've got a good. We have to get some points here in the next 4 games because then we're heading up to Alaska for 3. So
It's always tough playing up there.
Indeed.
Yep.
can't get any worse than last time we were up there.
Nope. Can't do any.
You said it.
You said it, Coach. He said it. I didn't say anything. Ryan Hill, Kevin Bartle, Troy Mann. When we come back, we'll be joined by Condors forward Matt Thurber. We'll also eat some pizza. Mountain Mike's, thanks for providing it. It's Condors Unleashed, live from the Dignity Health Studios inside the Bakersfield, California. Stay tuned.